Hey Capricorn, it's Truth Seeker Psychic Readings reminding you of who you really are. And we are going to look at your year for 2021 to see what's in store for you. So let's take a look. Okay Capricorn, so your theme for 2021 is the Hermit in reverse. Big theme, all right? Now Hermit is Virgo energy, okay? And what this symbolizes is self-actualization and taking time to the self to come to some sort of a bigger, greater realization about life. It's about your personal evolution, it's about your spiritual development and about your spiritual growth. So what you're going to find this year is there is going to be some sort of realignment for you. It's about a new perspective. And the Hermit follows the light, okay? Now, the light for you is going to be whatever illuminates you to the truth, okay? Now, the truth for you is going to be something that you learn and that you take on board to transform and change your life. So the Hermit wants you this year to recognize when you need to take time to yourself and when you need to be in your own energy so that you can continue to work on you and your personal evolution and discover what it is that you actually want to create in your life. I feel as though for many of you Capricorns, this is about some sort of transformation, okay? And it won't always be apparent to you that that is exactly what's happening, but throughout your year, you're going to notice that alignment, becoming more centered, finding your path and focusing more on yourself and your personal journey is paramount, and it's the most important thing. Now, I do feel like a lot of you will have to take a step back in order to shoot forward, all right? So this doesn't mean you won't achieve what you want. It just means that you're going to have to recognize what your personal needs are in 2021 before you meet the needs of others. So take time to yourself. You might want to just not seclude yourself from the world, but periodically, retreat a little bit to examine life's purpose for you. You know, everybody has a purpose here. Every single one of you incarnated on this earth to do something, okay? And now Capricorn, I feel like this year, you are going to need to find exactly what that meaning is for you. And you may be challenged to do that, all right? So there's going to be signs around you saying, take time to yourself. 9 is a very, very deep number, okay? And it's a powerful number, guys. Anything you times by 9 recreates itself. It's a magic number and the number of power, wisdom, guidance. Now, the only other thing I want to say about this is that with the 9, you are doing a lot of deep thinking, okay? And with that, you can sometimes find yourself very withdrawn. So I would also find a middle path for this. There are times you're going to be on your own, and there are times you're going to want to explore what that means for you, but there are also times where you're going to want to be around people, okay? So don't take the path alone. Make sure that you find a social outlet and share your experience and your knowledge with other people. In turn, you may learn things about yourself. Okay, so be open to that, but it's a personal journey, and from this, you're going to be able to achieve whatever you want, but it's about withdrawing and knowing that first, okay? Now, the first card that comes up is the King of Cups, and the King of Cups is in reverse. So this is the master of emotional intelligence, okay? This is a king that is very calm, that is very balanced, that is very much making decisions based on how they feel. So I feel for a lot of you Capricorns this year, there is going to be strong intuition, there's going to be a strong knowing that comes from the stomach or the heart, and you just have to engage with that more, okay? So it may take you being able to withdraw yourself from certain situations to examine how you feel, because that's what the Hermit does. He examines life, all right? And shining a light on the King of Cups is basically saying that you have great emotional stability this year, so use that in order to propel you forward in your life, okay? And also find out what it is that, if there's anything at all that is bothering you on an emotional level this year, or things that come from the past. Now, other things that come up is the father. And if you have a father that you have any issues with, or that you are trying to work through stuff about, whether it's with your childhood, whether it goes back a long time, and you're still not 100% sure whether it was some sort of abuse or something that you felt, brought you down, and you still hold on to that, you're needing to let go. That's just a quick message for some of you. Doesn't apply to many. Now, the King of Cups in reverse is also saying you need to find what it is that you're looking for, all right? Because next to the Hermit, it's like deep soul searching, deep fulfillment. Make sure that you're on your track and doing what you're passionate about in life. It's all about fulfillment. Now, I know you want to reach the top of your mountain, Capricorn, but what's more important than that is making sure that your path and what you do with your work life aligns for you, and that you're not just obtaining a status and that is what motivates you, but it just needs to be more than that. There needs to be depth. The Hermit is all about depth, okay? So this year you will need to find more depth in the things that you do, all right? And the King of Cups is about emotions, all right? So finding depth within your emotional world, allowing yourself to open up to people, open up to yourself, open up to what it is that you want to create. That's a big theme. Now, right in the middle, you have the Seven of Wands, which tells me that you're very, very, very capable this year of achieving whatever you set your mind to. Now, all of these wands in front of you are minor obstacles, but they're actually nothing that you haven't actually come across before. You've had much tougher years, and this particular year for you, there is going to be, for those of you that are conscious and that are aware of their journey, is going to be less than a challenge and more of a success, okay? And I feel like you're going to be able to conquer and do what you're passionate about and live your dreams. 7 is also the number of silence, which ties into the Hermit, and it's saying that you may want to find time for yourself throughout all the busyness, because there is a sense of working hard and being tenacious and going for what you want in life, but there is also a sense of withdrawing so that you can recharge your batteries from time to time. Just remember that, Capricorn. It's not always about being on the go. It's not always about taking life so seriously. You gotta have a bit of fun, all right? Now, the Nine of Swords over here basically talks about your mind, okay? And do need to find balance between your mind and your heart, all right? So if you're feeling as though during points of the year that there are things that are happening around you that weigh on your conscious, you have to find a release for that. So whether it's meditation, whether it's journaling, whether it's talking to somebody that you trust or somebody that you know, doing some sort of physical movement or being out in nature, any of those things or a combination of those things can be very therapeutic for you when you find yourself in situations where you're overthinking, where you're feeling stressed, where you're letting the worries of life pile up on you, all right? You're very capable of doing a lot this year, but I want to say to you, it's not about how much you do, it's about how well you do it. The Hermit wants you to focus more on your own journey. So listening and trusting how you feel with the King of Cups is everything, So there are going to be times where you're very capable of achieving a lot and doing a lot, but there's going to be times where you need to withdraw and just take time to yourself. So recognize when that is. Only you can know. But by going with what feels right over what your mind is telling you is very important, okay? Because you have here too many thoughts, too many distractions at certain times of the year, particularly when it comes to career. When you find yourself in a spot and you're feeling stuck, just go out and meditate. Take a step back, withdraw. You will find very quickly that you'll bounce back, and there will be no dramas, and you'll continue on your path and you'll do very well. Now, the Three of Swords right at the end here is talking about any opportunity you have to open up in your heart and to be a bit more heart-centered. Because with the Nine of Swords next to you, it's basically saying sometimes you allow your heart to become shut off, and you overvalue the intellect and the mind. And society in general, guys, overvalues the intellect and the mind. Don't allow society to get you stuck in your head, to get you stuck in fear, okay, in structure. You need to break free of that. I actually feel with this reading that there are structures in the world that are changing in 2021, and I feel that you need to find your own personal freedom within that. You also need to stand up for what you believe in, so don't allow what's happening around you to hold you back in life, okay? If there's certain things happening in the world, don't take that personally or literally. It is your job to transcend past that, and that is why I feel you need to have a deep personal journey this year, because there's probably going to be circumstances around you that can affect you unless you learn to have spiritual strength, okay? It's not about the ego, it's about your spirit and your spiritual side. Now, the swords in the heart say that, you know, there may be times where you're feeling emotional suffering because of your thoughts. So learning to move away from those and work through those and finding ways to better yourself, okay, and being more heart-centered and trusting in your intuition, doing what feels right, is going to create balance. 3, mind, body, soul, okay? Now, this is what you're working towards, Capricorn, and I feel like there will be some divisions, okay? There will be some people that just aren't supposed to be in your path anymore, and so you are needing to recognize and not take that too personally, that if there's somebody in your life that is moving away from you, or if you even feel as though you need to move away from somebody, make sure that you accept that that is happening for a reason, okay? You're fated this year to go through a personal development and personal growth of quite a large magnitude, and sometimes that involves pain, and that's why pains come up at the end of the reading, all right? It's not at the beginning to tell you that your year is going to be awful. Your year is going to be great, okay? If we look at all of this, it's saying really, really positive things. The only 2 aspects of your reading here that it say that it won't be great is if you allow your mind to be the catalyst, okay? If you allow your mind to take over, and if you find that the relationships in your life no longer serve you and you become stuck with them, then yes, your year will have a lot of challenges. But if you can learn to move away from the people that don't serve you, okay, and only trust in what feels right, then you're going to do what? You're going to have great personal achievement and great personal awareness and awakening in your life and in your year. So it's going to be a powerful year, a year of self-reflection, a year that you need to take time to yourself, work through your emotions, okay? Be emotionally stable and find your stability, okay? There's lots and lots of opportunities for you to follow your passion and continue to do what you love. Just remain vigilant and let go of the thoughts that don't serve you and the people that don't serve you, and you'll have a great year. All right, so if you enjoyed this reading, please subscribe to the channel. Please share this reading with fellow Capricorns that you know, and like the video, comment in the comments below. I really want to hear your thoughts. Any questions you have, feel free to ask them here, and have a great day.